Awesome. Hey, you guys. Dan Allen here. I'm here to share with you some activities that'll be helpful during your teaching, and this would be for a traditional classroom, or if you're in a hybrid e-learning situation now, that would be helpful. If you're a completely e-learning and you have everybody at home, you can still use this activity. Just be a little more difficult to divide your teams. So, in a traditional classroom where you have all your kids in front of you, if you just split them into two teams, you have 30 kids in a class, you got 15 on a team, however that looks. Easiest if you divide them by, say, birthday. So everybody from January 1st to June 30th is on one team. Everybody whose birthday is from July 1st to December 31st on the other team. That usually works out pretty easy, pretty even. But if you're in an e-learning, in-person hybrid model, it might be a good idea to say, okay, we're going to take if half your class is in front of you, half your class is online, let that be your natural divide. But if it's not even Steven, it's not that big a deal if it's not, but try and get it as close to even teams as possible. So what you're going to do is you're going to play Tic Tac Trivia. Okay, so it's like Tic Tac Toe with a trivia twist. So you ask a trivia question. If they answer correctly, you ask them where they would like their X or O on the board. Okay, so you're going to play Tic Tac Toe, and I found over here at playtictactoe.org, the screen's going to look something like that, and then you might want to consider numbering this board. So you're saying this is space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then as a team, they tell you where they want to put their X or their O. Okay, so again, that's at playtictactoe.org. It's an online tic-tac-toe game. Is really kind of cool. And so if you're in an e-learning situation total, then that's you're going to be your screen. You're going to be sharing your screen, and it's going to have the tic-tac-toe board on it. If you're in a split hybrid situation, you can probably use that same thing in a Google Meet or Zoom meeting and share your screen with the tic-tac-toe board on it too. So either way, you've got two teams, and in one scenario, you're going to say, okay, we're going to play tic-tac-toe trivia, tic-tac trivia, however you want to do it. And then you're going to ask one team super difficult, nearly impossible questions, like who was the Secretary of State during the Eisenhower administration? Or who played the Scarecrow in the original Wizard of Oz? Or what was the name of the captain of the Titanic? Those kinds of questions. And for the other team, you're going to ask them very simple questions like, what's the capital of Florida? Or whatever state you live in. We're here in Florida, so. And in what movie is one of the lead characters named Woody, a toy cowboy? Or how many days are in the month of December during the leap year? Those kinds of softball lobs. So they're going to answer theirs correctly all three in a row. Boom, boom, boom. They're going to get their tic-tac-toe, and the other team's going to be very upset. Now you can decide to address the why are you so upset part right here, or you can wait till the end and do a complete debrief. So I usually like to wait till the end and do the complete debrief and talk about what is fair and what is reasonable and how to recognize that too. But then we'll talk about that in a separate thing. But what I want you to do after that game, and it doesn't go well for one team and it goes very well for the other, is turn right around and say, okay, we're going to do a different one. Only this time we're going to tic-tac trivia and get as many tic-tac-toes as possible. So we're going to cooperate to get as many as possible. What's going to happen is the team that got the tough questions the first time, they're still going to be holding on to that, and they're going to still want to compete. And just let them do their thing, because what's going to happen in a Google search, do something like easy trivia questions. You'll find all kinds of them. Make sure that everybody should know the answers to these. So don't make them super easy, but make it so that they're in their wheelhouse. Everybody should know what the answers are. So you're doing your thing. It usually will end up in a draw. And then you say, okay, we'll do that one more time. And you say, remember, we're trying to cooperate to get as many tic-tac-toes as possible, and do it, and they'll still compete. Now, if they catch on and they cooperate right away, that's awesome. That's what you want. Then you can say, great job recognizing when it's okay to compete, when it's okay to cooperate. But most times that's not going to happen. They're just going to go ahead and try and compete, and you're going to have another tie game, and then you do the debrief. Okay, what was it about the first thing that was not fair? What was it about the whatever? But when I asked you to cooperate, why didn't you? I wonder why that is. And then have that conversation about how in education we find ourselves competing with one another more than we're cooperating. And maybe we just need to consider cooperating more to help each other all do well rather than I'm going to do well and make sure you don't. All right, so that's one of the activities I plan on sharing several. So if you guys have any to share, please, please, please make sure you drop them in here. And yeah, hopefully everything's going well. Happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you.